Ayesha Curry might be one of the luckiest women alive. You know, she's got a husband who's not just great at his profession, man. He's legendary. A man devoted to his Christian values, a family man, a soon-to-be billionaire, probably when it's all said and done, and still one of the most down-to-earth public figures that you'll ever meet. Now, somehow she's out here flipping through the Jada Pinkett's Guide to Publicly Embarrassing Your Husband book, because recently Steph Curry got out of character and responded to Killer Mike on social media. And if you know Steph, you know that that's very, very, very rare. But before we get there, let's look back at some of Ayesha's greatest hits. Now, the first big WTF moment came on Red Table Talk. Shout out to that show being canceled. And Ayesha sat there with her mentor Jada Pinkett Smith and admitted that she's never getting male attention. Not from Steph, but from random dudes on the street.
To have more compassion and more understanding.
Something that really bothers me and honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that, there are all these women throwing themselves, but me, the past 10 years, I don't have any of that. I have zero, this sounds weird, but male attention. And so then I begin to internalize it, and I'm like, is something wrong with me?
You're not looking.
What?
You're not even looking.
But I'm gonna tell you something else too. When your radar's turned off, because I dealt with that for years too, and I was young, like you.
Yeah,
oh my God, I mean.
Because I don't want it, but
Yeah.
it'd be nice to know that someone's looking.
But
That
when
can
your
get
radar's
dangerous.
turned off, right,
That
you're
can get
beautiful.
real
Don't
dangerous.
ever think for 1 minute that it ain't some men out there looking at you like I wish.
Honestly.
And I'm gonna tell you who knows that more than anybody.
husband.
Your husband.
And on
I want to ask a question now. All of you made the decision not to try.
She said even though she's not looking for it, it will be nice to know that people like her, that men are attracted to her. Now listen, that's locker room talk. That's girls' night sipping wine, doing tequila shots, that kind of talk. Not something that you say on Facebook Live in front of 10 million people. You know, imagine the embarrassment. Steph out here cooking defenses for a living, while his wife is telling the world that she wishes that randoms were trying to cook her. Then came the wedding ring off moment. Ayesha on another talk show. Some Chippendale looking dude walks out topless with some martinis to give to the women, and she jokingly pretends to take her ring off.
Ayesha Curry pretended to take off her wedding ring when she saw another man, and the internet is in shambles. This is the man in question. He walks in, and look at what she's doing with her ring. I feel like if roles were reversed, people would be losing it, but instead people are defending her. I think it's so disrespectful. I gotta know what you guys think.
Now, was it playful? Sure, I can concede that. But bruh, one rule of marriage is simple. Don't make me look crazy in public, especially when you're married to one of the most famous athletes on earth. You see, Savannah James has been with LeBron James for a couple decades, probably 60% of my life. Publicly, she ain't never embarrassed him on daytime television. If Steph did that, Black Twitter would try to fry him forever. Imagine the shade room comments if Steph took that ring off. The neighborhood talk. They would destroy that man. But look, Ayesha wasn't done. In another interview, she talked about how back in the day, she was an aspiring actress who moved to Cali to chase her dreams, while Steph was just an aspiring high school basketball coach. She said that she thought that she would be the one on top, which is fine. Everyone has their dreams. But with her track record, it came off more so like regret. Maybe like even resentment. Like Steph is living a dream he wasn't even confident in, while she's stuck being an NBA wife that she claims she hated, by the way, with unlimited resources and only millions of dollars. You see, she even admitted that she wasn't even into Steph back in high school.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying of you never saw him as something, but I'm like, when you look back, is there any memory that you're like, maybe there was something or
No, never. I in the beginning hated it so much. I did not sign up for that. I also always thought I didn't know that he was gonna end up playing basketball. He said he wanted to be a high school basketball coach. Like I thought I was gonna be like the girl out there getting it. So I didn't know. I just never thought that.
Okay, there's so much to unpack here, as there usually is when Ayesha gets in front of a mic. Yes, I'm talking about you because you're talking crazy again. Let me make my point. I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, Ayesha. I really, really am trying hard. But I don't know, maybe you just become a different person when you get in front of these mics and you start talking out the side of your mouth. But why say any of this? Sometimes you'll hear love stories of people saying, you know, I didn't know what to expect or think in the beginning. It wasn't love at first sight, but eventually they wooed me and they won my heart over. Except with this story, we never heard that part where you said he won your heart over. We just heard the first half, which is very concerning. You said you didn't think much of y'all two or him in high school, and it just was what it was, and you hated when he got to the NBA. And as if that wasn't odd enough, you said, quote unquote, I thought I was going to be the one out here getting it. Why say any of that? How do you think that is going to make Steph Curry feel? Like, be real with us. How would that make you feel? Luckily, you got a good one, and he doesn't try to go tit for tat with you when you be talking crazy about him in the public sphere. Think if the roles were reversed, and you were some supermodel or something, and he was just an average Joe, maybe has a few books out, talks about cooking, and he said, you know what? I didn't think much of her, but a marriage and a few kids later, we're together. I thought I was just gonna be racking my body count up. That seemed fun to me, you know, because I think that highly of myself that I just know demand for me was gonna be higher than her. But it is what it is, right? Like, just think about that for a second. I feel like at this point, you're trying to take Jada Pinkett Smith's crown for how to disrespect your man or a man. And that's really what it feels like to me. But please, I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, like I said, so please help a brother and the rest of the world out.
So now when you put it all together, the picture gets ugly. She wants outside attention from men. She's pretending to take her ring off for half-naked dudes. She even said, oh, by the way, that when Steph asked for nudes, she sends him feet pics.
Turn into a whole other thing. But my husband really loves my feet.
Oh, I love that.
And so, like, the light was hitting him just right that day. And so I was like, let me just snap this photo and send him a picture of my feet. So I always say, like, when he says to send nudes, like, that's what he's getting, a picture of my bare feet. I don't know if he's happy about that.
Damn, you can't even spice up the sex life. She said that she hates being an NBA wife, and she was admitting that she wasn't even into my boy Wardell from the start. She's not giving that to Mia so into you energy. She's actually giving so not into you. And nobody's forcing her to do these shows or say these things. But every time she does it, it just makes my boy Steph look crazy. And now it's got him snapping out of character on social media. You see, a content creator roasted her.
I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but Ayesha Curry is putting in maximum effort to let the world know that she is struggling with trying not to cheat on her husband. And because she can just smell an opportunity to embarrass this man, because she gets on every interview telling everybody about just how frustrated she is with his success, how frustrated she is that women desire him, how much she wished it was her being lusted after by people who don't give a about her, how desperately she wants to get attention from other men, how locked down she feels with the kids. Every interview she goes on, she unwarrantedly forces us to listen to her vent about her not wanting to be with her husband. She wants to go be Glorilla or something. Like, we get it, bro. Just go drop an album or something. Like, stop embarrassing this man, bro. It's getting pathetic.
And Killer Mike jumped in the comments saying, my nigga says she wanted to be Glow. Man, Steph doesn't deserve the embarrassment, for real. God bless him. And Steph did a rare clapback. He said, at Killer Mike, nah, not you, Mike. I'm cool staying silent and letting these other clowns have their moment. And you're the worst of them. And he mentioned the guy who made the content named Boo Wood Z234. He said, but you're better than that, at Killer Mike. Stay in your lane and let God keep blessing me like he is. We good over here. Now look, man, I respect defending your wife, But Steph, are y'all really as good as you say you are? Because her actions scream otherwise. You see, Killer Mike wouldn't even have the space to comment if your wife wasn't constantly putting you in these situations. You're checking dudes on the internet, which isn't your style, but I understand, and it's admirable, but it's also giving early signs of Will Smith activity. When are you gonna check Ayesha? Or are you just one of those guys who like being embarrassed? Are you that in love? Are your eyes flipped closed? Because why is she playing you every time she hits the screen? All we hear about is what she doesn't like, what she hated at first, how she had to sacrifice her relationship. Listen, she could very well be living a much worse life. That's what you need to tell her. But then again, it's not my business. It's not my business. So y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Do y'all think that Steph Curry need to man up and tell his wife, hey, no more interviews, man? Or if you're going to speak on the interviews, just speak about yourself. Don't speak about our personal endeavors. Or do you think it is what it is? Maybe a simp gonna be a simp. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man, down below in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. And we out, baby. Boom! Just LaFlair.
It's him.